Hello YouTube, Wes here, checking in with a new video for you. Tonight we're going to be talking about my finds from the fall 2021 Alachua County Friends of the Library book sale. This is a sale I've spoken about many times before in the past. It's one of the largest of its kind in the country, and it's basically a giant warehouse sale that the local library district puts on. They accept donations from the community throughout the year, and they fill up this giant warehouse full of books, movies, records, CDs, board games, magazines, you name it, physical media wise, it's probably there. Just an awesome sale, great prices. Since it is such a big thing, a lot of dealers come in from neighboring states, and so it's always this major event, this big event. It hasn't happened since COVID basically started, in the spring of 2020. That would have been the sale, would have been probably in April of 2020, and of course there wasn't a sale then. There wasn't a sale in the fall of 2020. There wasn't a sale in the spring of 2021, but luckily things have gotten to a point now where people are getting vaccinated. They're vaccinated. People are used to wearing masks. They did require masks, mandatory for anyone inside. Even though it is sort of an open air warehouse, it was a good thing to have mask requirements going on. And they were also limiting the amount of people they allowed in this year, which was a first. Normally on the first day of the sale, people line up around the block to get in, and it's pretty much it's pretty crazy when you get inside, because people are reaching over you to try to grab things, and it's always a difficult thing. So this year they did things differently. As I said, they limited the amount of people going in, so the wait in line to get in was very, very long. We waited over 2 hours to get in this year, which was I never waited that long to get in. And but once you were inside, there were fewer people in there. As you saw from the video, that was a very that was a very light crowd for that sale from the video there. But once you did get inside, it was a little bit more relaxed of a digging experience to find things. So today I wanted to share with you the records I found from the sale. I mostly bought records while I was there, and I didn't even really look at all the records. There was quite a few records, but it was good to be able to go in and dig again. I missed going to this sale, so I was really happy to go to it. So in this video, I'm going to share with you what I found from the sale. Well, I don't think I'm going to talk about prices specifically, because it really doesn't matter. The prices for all of these were between 25 cents and $4. So the cheapest one was 25 cents. The most expensive one was $4. I would say the average price was probably in the $1 to $1.50 range. Okay, so the first thing I picked up is a bit of country music from the 80s, which is not normally my thing, but I like this artist, and I thought, yeah, I'd like to hear this album. I've never heard it before, so let me check it out. This is Dwight Yoakam with Hillbilly Deluxe, his second album from 1987. And we'll pull the vinyl out on this one because it's got a late 80s reprise label, which I hadn't seen before, so that's kind of cool, kind of a take on the original Steamboat reprise there. Well, there's a Steamboat reprise, but it's been updated a bit. Very neat to see that. Next thing, a bit of folk music, world music, whatever you want to call it. I have a soft place in my heart for steel drum music, and I just like the look of this, so I thought, what the heck, we're going to go ahead and grab it. The Native Steel Drum Band. Yeah. So I thought that was neat. I thought, what the heck, I'm going to go ahead and grab that one. All right, next up, a Canadian rock group that I've talked about before in the past, and I say I'd never passed these guys up, and found a new one that I didn't have already. This is Lighthouse with Piecing It All Together, and piecing it is spelled like piecing it all together. Pretty cool. There's the back cover. This is a gatefold. Yeah. Really cool. Yeah, so Lighthouse, great Canadian rock band, and I like their stuff. So I was glad to find that one. That was a new one for the collection. Next up, I got a pretty nice, clean, upgrade copy of Joe Cocker's Self-Titled on A&M Records. Yeah, of course, it's a classic there, but it's tough to find a really clean one. So this was a nice, really clean one. I was glad to pick that one up. Next up, a little bit of Bob Dylan here. We got the Planet Waves album, which is one I did not have, with a bunch of people from the band on it. So it should be pretty good. I have not heard this before, from 1974, but I do see it around a lot, so I think it'll be a good listen. Yeah, so that was a nice pickup. All right, next up, a bit of Florida folk music. This is Jeannie Fitchin with her reunion album. 1990 is the year on this one. Yeah. Like to pick up the Florida folk artists, the ones I know anyway from going to the Florida Folk Festival, and she's been around a long time doing folk music here in Florida, and it was cool to find one of her albums in the sale there. They also had a Gamble Rogers album there that I already have at least 2 copies of, and thought about getting another one, but yeah, Gamble Rogers is another great Florida folk legend to check out. This next one is another upgrade copy for me. This is the Newport Broadside, which from 1963 Newport Folk Festival. I recently talked about this in a Vinyl Survivor series. Very interesting live recordings here. You got a duet with Bob Dylan and Pete Seeger, as well as Joan Baez and Bob Dylan are on here as well, singing together. And then a lot of other well-known folk singers: Tom Paxton, Jim Garland, Phil Oakes, Peter Lafarge. Yeah, just some great folk artists on Newport label at the Newport Folk Festival, or on the Vanguard label. Sorry, but yeah, that's a nice upgrade copy for the one I have and enjoyed well, and glad to find an upgrade to it. All right, next up, I got another one of the National Geographic records, and it's getting more and more difficult for me to find ones I don't have. I guess I'm getting pretty close to having them all, but I'm pretty sure I don't have this one already. I know it's not in the collection yet, so hopefully it's not in my inbox somewhere. But this is Songs of Rebels and Redcoats, so Revolutionary War songs, and the traditional sort of way that National Geographic Records does theirs, with a nice booklet inside with either photographs or paintings in this instance, talking about sort of the reasoning behind the songs that they're presenting here, and giving a bit of history about the Revolutionary War and all that kind of stuff, to kind of make it a complete package and an understandable listen. So yeah, that was a nice one from the National Geographic series. All right, next thing I got to share is a Leo Kottke album. I've seen this cover many times. It's always intrigued me, but I've never actually spent the time to listen to it. So I finally was able to find it at the sale for a cheap price, and that is Leo Kottke, Dreams and All That Stuff. So yeah, just kind of a weird, quirky cover, but I've always been curious about it, so now I have the chance to check this one out. All right, next up, a bit of psych pop, I guess is the best way to put this. This is the Peppermint Rainbow, Will You Be Staying After Sunday, which I believe they're most well known for the song on here, Green Tambourine. I'm guessing that's the Green Tambourine I'm thinking of. Yeah, I thought, yeah, what the heck, we're gonna pick this up and give it a spin. So that was a fun find. Next up, we got a sealed record here. This is just kind of another curiosity. I thought, yeah, what the heck, it's sealed. It's kind of weird looking. It's on Buddha Records, and it's just an oddity is the best way to put it. This is called Journey to the Moon, recorded live on Earth in space on the moon. Narration by Victor J. Music, Sound of Genesis. So I don't know what Sound of Genesis is. Some sort of studio, group that they put together. But yeah, just it seemed odd, and I thought I'd like to check it out. And it comes from this collection that I found a lot of other interesting albums from. This guy a lot of times would buy a record, like write down when and where he got it, or they got it, and never opened them, a lot of them. I found like a lot of Wendy Carlos stuff and things like that. So I thought, what the heck, I'm going to go ahead and grab this and open it up and check it out at some point. Seemed like something odd and something I had never seen before. All right, next up, I got a 12-inch single here from Bronski Beat from 1985, and this is a 12-inch single to their song Hit That Perfect Beat. So it's got a remix, an original mix, and the dub mix, or the dub version. I like Bronski Beat. I thought, what the heck, we're going to go ahead and grab that, check it out. Next up, I saw a couple copies of this album, and I'd never seen it, never remembered seeing it before, but it just looked interesting. I thought I'd go ahead and check it out. This is Mylon, and I believe it's Mylon with Holy Smoke, Mylon Lefevre, which the name rings a bell, but I don't know where I'm recognizing the name from. You got Felix Popularity on here. Just looked interesting. I thought I would go ahead and check that one out. All right, next up, another one from the National Geographic collection, and this is a Christmas album from the National Geographic collection. I did not know they had done a Christmas album, but this is called An American Christmas, and this one is actually a trifold, which is unique for National Geographic, and this one does not have the booklet like most of the other National Geographic records do, but yeah, just some very traditional Christmas carols presented by the National Geographic Society. So that'll be an oddity and an interesting one to add to my National Geographic collection, or my Christmas collection, I guess probably be more likely to, but I was glad to have found that one. All right, next up, we got one here from Melanie. This is one you see a lot, but it's often in pretty rough shape for the packaging. It was a kind of a fold out interesting thing. This is Melanie, the Four Sides of Melanie. So I got like 4 different covers here. You can open it up like this, and then you can open it up like a box, and there's like stuff like this inside here. But yeah, Melanie, Four Sides of Melanie. As I said, this is one you see a lot, but it's often in pretty rough shape, and this one was in pretty good shape, so I thought, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and pick it up now while I have the chance. So grab that one. This is one you saw in the video, so it's not going to be too much of a surprise. This is The Ventures with Wild Thing. Yeah, I didn't have this one before, hadn't listened to it before, so I thought, what the heck, we're going to go ahead and grab it and check it out, because I know Wild Thing, but Summer in the City, we're going to go ahead and check this one out. All right, next up, a bit more country here. We got Hank Williams Sr. with The Very Best of Hank Williams Sr., probably his most well-known compilation of his music on MGM Records. Just a classic compilation of his, and all the great stuff on here. Your Cheating Heart, Jambalaya, Cold Cold Heart, Hey Good Lookin', Kalijah. Yeah, just great tracks on here, and wasn't sure if I had a copy of this or not, so I thought I'd go ahead and pick it up since this is a pretty nice looking copy of it. Another Christmas record that caught my eye, and I went ahead and picked it up. This is Merry Christmas from Brenda Lee. So nice country Christmas album here. Brenda Lee, Rocking Around the Christmas Tree, Silver Bells, Winter Wonderland, Blue Christmas, Marshmallow World. Yeah, just some good tracks on here. I look forward to checking that one out as we get closer to the holiday season. Another classic from the Ventures, one I didn't have before, and I thought, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and check this one out too. It has a very, very classic, very well-known cover. This is Walk, Don't Run by the Ventures. Yeah, just great cover on this one. So colorful and a lot of movement in there. And yeah, just cool cover. I like the cover. And so we're going to check that one out. Next up, a nice clean copy of CSNY's So Far, their sort of greatest hits album that they put out, their first greatest hits album. Got great stuff on here: Deja Vu, Wooden Ships, Teach Your Children, Find the Cost of Freedom, Woodstock, Our House, Sweet Judy Blue Eyes, Ohio is on here, and I believe this is where it was first available on LP, was on this one. Yeah, just a great compilation, greatest hits of theirs, and yeah, nice potential upgrade copy for me. All right, next up, got one from Chet Atkins, and I kind of had stopped picking up Chet Atkins stuff recently, but this one just caught my eye, and I thought, what the heck, we're going to go ahead and give it a try. It's got a really killer cover, so I want to give it a try. This is Lover's Guitar by Chet Atkins, and he's got theme from Zorba the Greek on here, The Look of Love, Those Were the Days, the Hawaiian Wedding Song. Some interesting songs on here he's covering, so yeah, it should be pretty enjoyable to spin at least once and check out. Do really love that cover. All right, next up, some 80s synth pop here. Berlin's Count 3 and Pray. Yeah, Count 3 and Pray, which I do believe I have in the inbox. I'm not sure, but I thought I was going to go ahead and grab this to be sure. This one does have Take My Breath Away on it, their most well-known song. All right, next up, a bit of blues music here. We got Brownie McGee and Sonny Terry, You Hear Me Talking, on Muse Records, released in 1978. Yeah, just been getting more and more into some blues stuff, and thought, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and grab that. So I did. Okay, next up, one I hear a lot about over the years, have heard a lot about over the years, and seen it around, and saw it at the sale there, and thought, yeah, what the heck, let's go ahead and pull the trigger on this and check it out and see what it's all about. I really don't know anything about what this is going to be like, but Delaney and Bonnie, to Delaney from Bonnie, or to Bonnie from Delaney, sorry. I get the cover mixed up on this, or the title mixed up. Yeah. So that was a fun find. Next up, one from 10 Years After. This is their album Positive Vibrations from 1974. I'm not familiar with this one. I haven't seen it before. I do like some 10 Years After, so we'll have to see if this one's any good. You got Going Back to Birmingham on it. Yeah. Looks like it could be a good one. We'll have to check it out and see. And the last one I have to share with you today is another one for the Charlie Daniels collection. It's been a while since I picked up anything from Charlie Daniels, and it's been a while since I found one that I didn't have already. But this one, I'm pretty sure I don't have this one anymore, from 83, I think, 85. Me and the Boys, Charlie Daniels. So those are my finds from the Alachua County Friends of the Library sale for fall of 2021. I don't think I'm going to be going back to the sale. It goes until Wednesday, but I don't think I'm going to be returning this year. I'll wait for the spring sale and I'll attend that one. So yeah, if you're in the area, I do recommend going to this sale. It's awesome. If you're into books or records or movies or whatever it is, if you're into collecting physical media, that's the place for you to go. A really fun sale and a really great event. So hope you enjoyed what I had to share with you today. Leave me a thumbs up. Subscribe if you aren't already. Thank you very much for watching. Have a great day, great night. Enjoy some great music, and we'll see you again next time. Cheers.